Hi everyone. Well, welcome to another session. Just got to sort this camera out. Hold on a second. How's that? There you go. Point it down a little bit more, maybe. Here we go. There you go. Sorry about that. Just trying to get it organised for you. Okay, good. I hope you're well. Hope you're ready for another nice little workout. This is number 46 of the Shield sessions. And I hope the information I've got for you today, I hope it's good news, but news of things changing, right? So if you've come to the Shield sessions just from one all the way through to now, then I think by the time we get to number 50, so we've got 4 more classes planned after this, 50 will be the last Shield session that we do. So I think that's a pretty comprehensive, basic self-defense, personal safety setup. Quite a nice little course. The camera still isn't quite straight, is it? Let's try and change that a bit for me. Hold on. I do apologise, guys. It's freaking me out a bit. It's not level. There you go. I'm sure it's not quite level even now. Never mind. So as I said, 50 sessions that I think give you a good comprehensive start to self-defense and personal safety, and also we've looked at several scenarios and several different aspects of training, and hopefully you've done lots of fitness as well. Now, the reason why I want to shift this is I think that if we go further, if we get more into this, then we're actually getting into an art, you know, and I think I'm happy to teach you an art. I would love to teach you an art, and if you've done these 50 sessions, you're obviously into it. You know, you obviously want to continue learning. So I would like you to transfer to the empty hand karate. It's not the empty hand training that we're going to do. Now, there are going to be classes on the same website, on the Black Brain Dojo website. I'll upload more classes weekly, but there are lots of classes there. And it's going to be more looking at the art of empty hand. And I can't call the art karate or kickboxing or Muay Thai or Tai Chi or Taekwondo because it isn't a pure version of any of those things. It will have aspects of all of those things in it though. So there'll be nice sessions. There'll be about 30 to 40 minutes. And as I said, I'll upload one each week, but there'll be a nice number for you to catch up on if you like, or go through or redo, so that you're not left hanging. And I'm trying to think about it logically. I think that you've done as much as you can without committing to an art. You know, and if we go deeper, but there's much more I can show you. If you want to go deeper, then why not commit to learning an art? You know, and I can't call the art karate or kickboxing, as I said. We're going to call it empty hand, and it's going to be a style, if you like, or a non-style of training that's much more about being a martial artist rather than just being somebody who can do some self-defense. Anyway, I hope that sounds appealing to you. And really, I suppose the best way to explain it is we're going to be looking at fundamentals. How do we get to where we are? How did I get to these ideas about self-defense and personal safety that I have? Anyway, all I can suggest is you try it. I'd love to have you come on that journey with me, and hopefully that can be much more of an ongoing journey. I love the idea of people being lifetime martial artists at whatever level they can manage. You know, you could be a 5 times a week training in person martial artist, or you could be a once a week train at home martial artist. You're still martial artists. It's just at what level and what degree of commitment. And we all have different things going on in our lives, don't we? You know, so we have to do what we can and make the best of our situation. Good. All right. So let's get started then. So we do the usual hop across side to side, get ourselves warm. Yeah, so I hope in a way you're a little bit disappointed that the Shield sessions will be ending, but I hope you're excited, as I am, that we can make a really smooth and seamless transition into FD Hand, which is, as I said, a bit more artistic. It'll include lots of aspects from all the arts that I've studied over the years: karate, kickboxing, like forward and back, karate, kickboxing, Muay Thai, Tai Chi, Taekwondo. Yeah, and I can incorporate all of the things, not all of the things I've learned, but many of the things that I've learned um, into that system. I'm really excited about it. Switch legs, go the other leg, and I hope you will be too. And my goal is to give you guys something that you can continue to do for the rest of your lives that will give you a better level of fitness than you would have if you didn't do it, a higher level of confidence, and you'll have fun doing it. Push your hands together. You know, there's no point in doing anything if it's not fun. We'll remember that little logo behind us: enjoyment leads to repetition, repetition to skill, skill leads to confidence, and confidence leads to greater enjoyment. Then push and pull and push and pull. Good, left foot forward. All right, so knee swings up to your shoulder, 10 each side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, back on your toes. My jumping jacks. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can we go straight leg swings now? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely, good. Let us open the gate. Up and out. One each side. 2 each side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good stuff. Punch. Loosen those shoulders off. Lovely. I'll set one arm forward. Right up by your ear. Good. And backwards. So just a little bit more about empty hand, the empty hand system that we're putting together, that I have put together. There's a free beginners course, change not. There's a free beginners course available on the Brain Dojo website. And 6 weeks, 6 sessions So the reason for doing this, so you can look at it, have a good look and say, yeah, I like this. This suits me. I like the way it works. You can see the type of direction that Richard's going to go in, and I can commit to that. And then all you need to do, uh, maintain your Brain Dojo site membership, or you can go to Patreon and do it that way, and you'll have access to all of our material, not just the empty hand and shield classes, but loads of stuff. There's loads of stuff on bullying and all sorts on there. Good, all right, so let's do a little bit of fitness. Let's do some squats first. Right, so feet twice shoulder width. I'm going to do band squats today. I'm going to put my arms out in front of me as I go. Okay, ready? Let's do 15. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Little bands at the bottom. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good, right, let's sit down and do some abs. I think I'm into bicycle crunches this week, so I'm going to do some of those. Now, bicycle crunches. Bring one knee up, opposite elbow to the knee, and then change over to the other side. Now, I'm going to do 20. All I would suggest is that you exercise for the same amount of time as me. Do as many as you can. See how you feel. Okay, ready? And if you can't quite get your elbow to your knee, don't worry about it. You're still working your arms by pulling the two parts of your body together. All right, here we go then. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Super stuff. Right, I'm going to do some push-ups on my knees. I've got more and more into these, you know. I started doing them because of a shoulder injury. But the more I do these push-ups on my knees, the more good I can feel it in my chest. And I love the fact that I can do it more precisely and I can go deeper with each push-up than I can if I do them full length. All right, so same thing, I'll do 15 of these, maybe I'll do 20. Just keep going for the same amount of times I do. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, good. Right, oh, there we go. I'll have a quick drink. Give me a second. All right, now, I wanted to look at, from a personal safety point of view, being shoved from behind. And obviously, we're going to have to visualize this and do it across the screen, otherwise it's going to look really weird to you. Right, so if we imagine our bag here as being the thing that pushes me, right, so we're here, you know, we get this action. Right, so from here, imagine I'm being shoved in the shoulders, and I really am able to visualize it. Now, the way I see things is for me to, rather than fight it, rather than push back against it, to go with it, unless I'm up against the wall, to go with it, make my step forward, bring my hands up as I turn, and then go with our usual striking type action. Okay, so if you can just be in a, I think you'd be in a neutral position because you've got to assume you're being surprised by this. You're not aware that you're in danger of being attacked. Right, so you'd be pushed in the back, step forward, get your hands up as you turn, you need to hit your control center. Bam, bam. Okay, can we do that? All right, I'll do it across the screen so you can see. Do it with me. Okay, ready? So I'll say 1, and each number I can, that's someone shoving you in the back. All right? Remember, you might actually have a whiplash effect. Someone shoves you on the shoulders. You might have this with your head as you go forward. But we'll have to cope with that no matter what. Right, so just go slowly. 1, so you're pushed. Go forward, hands up. 1, 2. Good. 2, you're pushed. Go forward, turn, get your hands up. 1, 2. Ready? 3, you're pushed. Go forward, turn, hands up. 1, 2. 4, you're pushed. Forward, turn, hands up. 1, 2. Really important you get those hands up to cover your head as you turn. 5, push, turn, hands up. 1, 2. 6, step forward, turn, hands up. 1, 2. 7, step forward, hands up, turn. 1, 2. 8, step forward, hands up, turn. 1, 2. 9, step forward, hands up, turn. 1, 2. And one more, ready? 10, push, step forward, hands up. 1, 2. All right, now I'm going to do the other leg, but something I want to cover first is my foot movement when I'm pushed. Now, if I turn my back on the camera, you can see that from here, I'm starting in this neutral position, and I'm shoved forward this way. I'm bringing my hands up. Now, as I turn to face my opponent, I can't just turn my shoulders, because you can see I'll be off balance. Yeah? So, I want you to step forward. As you bring your hands up and turn, move this leg across a little bit, this way, so that you're balanced. Yeah, so it's about shoulder width now, isn't it? Yeah? And that's really important. Whenever you turn to face an opponent, it's really important you put yourself in the best position possible. And honestly, remembering to move your foot across, practicing moving your foot across, getting it to become a habit when you change direction is so valuable. You know, it's the difference between being able to throw a technique in defense or not. Throwing a technique to keep yourself safe or not. It is really important. Right, so I'll do some facing away from the screen. Right, and I'll step with my left leg as I step with the other one when I came across the screen. Well, I hope it's not too confusing for you, but whichever leg you stepped forward with last time, do the other one. All right, we'll break it down a little bit more. Ready? All right, 1, you push, step forward, move your leg across, bring your hands up. 1, 2. Yeah? Okay, ready? 2, step forward, hands up, leg across. 1, 2. Hopefully you can see when I turn, if you were my assailant, I'm not in a bad position. 3, step forward, hands up, leg across. 1, 2. 4, step forward, hands up, leg across. Good. 5, step forward, hands up, leg across. 1, 2. 6, step forward, hands up, leg across. 1, 2. 7, step forward, hands up, leg across. 1, 2. 8, step forward, hands up, leg across, 1, 2. 9, step forward, hands up, leg across, 1, 2. And 10, step forward, hands up, leg across, 1, 2. Good. Right now, I don't know whether that makes some more sense if I step away from the camera, away from the screen, and you can see the way I turn, or whether it's better for me to go across. But what I'll do is I'll step with one leg across the camera, and I'll step with the other leg away from the camera, so you can see both perspectives. Hopefully it makes sense. If I turn my back on you again, I do apologise. But hopefully as you step, as I said, you can see that I need to bring this leg across in order to be balanced when I turn. All right, so this is what I need as I turn. Now you can see I'm exposed all the way down from here, but I can protect the control center. You know, I have to accept, prioritize. I've got to prioritize the control center where all the decisions are made. Yeah, good. All right, so let's add a kick onto that one. So you've got to understand if you're pushed, the person, if I'm the pusher now, I may push you and be right in your face afterwards. Right, in which case, as I turn, bam, bam, works brilliantly. Getting those hands up and then striking. But if I push you in this space, so if I push you and I stay here to see what you do, then there'll be more space between us. And if I've pushed you at arm's length, and you've taken one step here and brought that leg across, you're going to be a good range for a front kick. Yeah, so a front kick to the thigh, to the groin, to the stomach. Yeah, all of those are viable targets. Remember, ball of the foot, striking the ball of the foot in there to the target, or the heel if you want to. If you feel more comfortable, just stomp it in this way. That works as well. All right, so we're going to add that kick in. So as I said, I'll go across the camera on one leg, and away from the camera on the other leg. Right, so Mr. Bag here is pushing us. Right, step forward, roll my hands up, come around, bam, bam, bam. Yeah. Right, if I get a bit closer to the bag, then he can be symbolically, the bag can symbolically be the person who pushes me but doesn't come after me. Right, so I get pushed by the bag, I step forward, hands up, turn. It's probably well reach, but it's a good safety mechanism to make sure. Bam. Yeah, so throw those arms out just to keep someone away from you. You could just do the kick if you wanted to. All right, are we ready? Come on, move. We're visualizing. Get your imagination activated. Ready? So you're pushed. They don't come after you. They're not chasing you. They just shove you. Turn. Throw the arms in case. Then bam, kick. Yeah. Here we go. 2, push, turn, leg across, hands up. Bam. You ready? You're pushed, step away, hands up, turn, cover the control center. Bam, bam, bam. 3, you're pushed, step away, get the hands up, turn. Bam, bam, bam. 4, you're pushed, get the hands up, turn, keep your balance. Bam, bam, bam. 5, step away, hands up, turn, get your balance. 1, 2, 3. I think what number I was up to now? Let's go 7 next, right? 7, step away, hands up. Bam, bam, bam. 8, push, step away, hands up. Bam, bam, bam. 9, step away, hands up. Here, out of range maybe. Bam, just kick. And last one, 10, you're pushed, you step away, hands up. Bam, bam, bam. Good. All right, so I'll do with the other leg, I'll step away from the camera. So we're here, I'm going to step this way and I'm shoved, I'm pushed. My hands come up and I turn. I'll throw these hands just in case. Yeah, and then this back leg boom, into the thigh, or groin, or stomach. Yep, okay, here we go then. So I'm stepping with the opposite leg. I stepped with my right leg when I went across the screen. So I'll step with my left leg now. Ready? 1, push, hands up, turn, throw the arms in case, bam, leg into the thigh, groin, stomach, whatever. 2, you'll shove, step forward, hands up, turn, 1, 2, 3. 3, push, step away, hands up, turn, bam, bam, bam. 4, push, forward, hands up, turn, bam, bam, bam. Good. 5, push, turn, hands up, 1, 2, 3. 6, push, step forward, hands up, 1, 2, 3. 9, push, step forward, hands up, turn, 1, 2, 3. Once more. 10, step forward, turn, hands up, 1, 2, 3. Good. All right, so you can add whatever techniques you want in here. As you've probably gathered by now, I'm a big fan of palming because it doesn't require any precise or neat hand positions. Like the palms of our hands tend to be strong. We use them all the time for picking things up, moving things around, carrying things. Right, so the palms of our hands tend to be durable. That's why, to me, they're a good weapon. Right? You maybe lose a couple of inches over a punch, but nothing too significant. But you could easily substitute a punch in for those techniques, a back fist in for those techniques, a chop in, chop on a palm here, a chop on a punch. If they were really close, then you could elbow, couldn't you? The elbow works. You can easily vary the technique with elbows. In fact, let's just run through 5 on each side using elbows and knees, assuming the person's much closer. Yeah. So if I was shoved by the back and I didn't end up too far away, and as I turned, bam, 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 bam. Yeah. So if the person was really close to me, right, so let's use the back from here and assume I'm not being pushed very much at all. But here, 1, and hands are up still. Yeah, as I turn, bam, elbow, bam, elbow, boom, knee. Right, let's go. So let's do 5 of those. 1, hands up, elbow, elbow, knee. 2, step forward, elbow, elbow, knee. 3, step forward, hands up, elbow, elbow, knee. 4, hands up, turn, elbow, elbow, knee. And 5, step forward, hands up, elbow, elbow, knee. I'll step with the other leg, but I'll keep doing it with the back so you can see with the target. Oh, shut up. Now I'll do it basically, just to be consistent. Right, so we're here, I'm shoved, my opponent is really close behind me. My hands come up, elbow, elbow, knee. Yeah? Okay, ready? Here we go. So I'm here, I get pushed, my opponent stays really close to me, I bring my hands up, turn, elbow, elbow, knee. 2, I'm pushed, step forward, hands up, elbow, elbow, knee. 3, step forward, hands up, elbow, elbow, knee. 4, push, hands up, turn, leg across, elbow, elbow, knee. 5, step forward, hands up, elbow, elbow, knee. Good. Right now, I think what you should do is repeat this session lots of times, because something that's really important that you get is that when you turn, you must bring this leg across to be balanced. We don't have to bring this leg. You could bring this leg, and it would be okay as well. But you must end up in a balanced position. Yeah. So, for instance, if I step this way, I can move the other leg and be across this way. It doesn't matter which leg you move, as long as you end up in a nice balanced position and you don't do this. You know, lose your balance, overbalance yourself. That's a really tragic thing to do. But I think this session, perhaps more than any of the others, needs repetition. Right? That turn and face is really important. Something else that you must also consider when you're doing a defense from behind is that if you step forward and bring your hands up and you're ready to elbow straight away, what about if this isn't a dangerous opponent? What about if this is somebody who's just a mate who's giving you a bit of a push as a joke? Yeah, you've got to be careful. You can't just lash out and smash people. So you've got to bear that in mind. So hands up. You know, maybe have a quick glance to see who it is before you drive that first elbow in. Yeah, it is important. You don't want to hurt your friends. You don't want to hurt people who aren't trying to put you in danger. And you certainly don't want to get a reputation as a bully or a brute. Right? So just bear these things in mind and be careful. All right. So it's been good working with you again. And I hope you take on board the information about empty hand as a really positive thing. And for me, it was positive. You know, I thought, how can I give these people more? Because all of the self-defense, the pure self-defense stuff that I've covered, are pretty much. I'm done with. I will be done by the time we get to number 50 with all the information I want to give you from a purely self-defense point of view. But there's lots more that I can offer you as a fighting art. I hope you'll be interested and want to be part of it. All right, good. So, see you next time. Remember, practice this session at least 2 or 3 more times. Good stuff. Thanks, guys. See you soon.